Hello and welcome. I'm your host elizibar, and we are going to do that thing we do where we do bloggy, vloggy, chatty kind of stuff. Hi. Hello. Welcome. I got two things I want to talk about today. I mean, there's a lot going on in the world. But really, none of that matters right this second. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. Because this is the time to get away from that, to introspect, to look at yourself. So thing number one, I finally dug my paper cutter out from down in the basement. So I cut this thing down to size. So it'll fit in a standard envelope now. And, not envelope. In a standard comic bag, there we go. Which means it'll be very easy for me to mail it to somebody because I can just throw it in Gemini, pay like $5, get it to them, no problem. I'm still really proud of how that turned out. Like as a first piece goes, I think that looks pretty cool. I think that looks really cool. I just had to throw that pumpkin in, man. Just cuz. So that was thing number one. But that's not why I dug the paper cutter out. I dug the paper cutter out because I was like, yo, I think I mentioned this before. Wouldn't it be cool to have slip covers or slip cases for comic books? And so I kind of prototyped. I took some Silver Age size boards because they're wider. And I cut them down to the width I thought they needed to be, which is a little bit wider. Should be a little bit wider than the standard comic board. That way the book and the board can both disappear into the slipcase. It's a little taller than a board too, because I stuck the top and bottom pieces on top. So there should be enough millimeters there. Like, you know, enough fractional millimeters that I can actually get a board in. And I prototyped putting that together. So it's just made out of comic boards. There's two on each side and just a single on the top and the bottom and the spine. Not exactly the best construction, but it's meant to be like ornamental, not structural, so it can be kind of weak. The whole size of it here is made so that it can support 4 books, bags, and boards. I had everything stacked up when I was testing this so that I would get the right width out of it. So hopefully everything works. And I made it for this the Thing Freak Show miniseries that I had. I got from like a thrift store, and it's just been like living on my desk. I was like, yeah, you know what? It's a complete little miniseries. There's just 4 issues. I have all 4. Let me do something special for it because Ben Grimm is one of my all-time favorite comic book characters. You know, ever-loving blue-eyed Thing, man. If you don't like the Thing, I'm not sure what to think because I really like the Thing. So that's the construction of it. I used the paper cutter to get nice straight edges, then assembled everything with lots and lots of packing tape. I didn't try to get it too smooth because I figured, well, I'm going to either cover this up with paper or I'm going to decoupage it. And I'm trying to figure out like what is the best approach here. Because some nice paper like you see in a dust jacket or something, or hold on, I got that one piece of paper. Let me dig that out of my short box over here. I got this one piece of paper that came with a rags issue. And it's basically what you want to see. Dang it, no, that is not it. Okay, apparently I can't find it. It's over here in my box full of stuff I read. And boy, I read a ton of stuff over the weekend. I got going, and I just couldn't stop. I read all the Tales from the Dark Multiverse books. I'm going to do a video on them, I think. Okay, I can't find that piece of paper, but it's a nice coated piece of paper like you would see with a... oh, wait, it's not in the box. I helpfully set it aside so that it would be here when I needed it, and then I forgot that I set it aside. So it's coated and glossy. Like, I don't think this will work, but something like this kind of the idea where you can just kind of coat it like that, and you got a piece of paper that wraps around. I'd need something up at the top and the bottom, but you know that's a technicality. I could lay all this out on a big piece of paper and then cut it, you know, and then you just fold it over. It's like wrapping a Christmas present. It's kind of the idea. Tuck it in on the inside so you don't see the tape right here. Put a little like two-faced tape or something on the inside so that it keeps, sorry, right here, so that it keeps the flap on the interior down. Something like that might work. I don't have the resources to do that right now. I just got this one piece of paper here, and this is obviously not going to do the trick because it's not even the right size. Like, you can see, it doesn't cover the whole surface. So this piece of paper won't work, but something like that. It's kind of like the paper that magazines come on, or that you have like fold-out posters in a magazine on, like that kind of paper. The other problem is I don't have a printer. Excuse me, I don't have a printer that could handle this, so I don't know where I would print it. I'd have to get it custom printed, and that's going to cost me as much money as buying like a pre-made one of these cases. And that's kind of what I was trying to avoid. It's like, well, what if I can have some fun and not pay somebody $15 for a slipcase? Because that's kind of what these things cost. So my first prototype, I'm pretty proud of how it came together structurally, but visually, unless you like brown packing tape, it ain't that visually appealing, you know? So that's where I'm at on arts and crafty stuff. Just enjoying myself. Absolutely, I'm just trying to enjoy myself while I'm working on these things. That way it stays fun. It stays a hobby as opposed to becoming like something unfun. So even though I haven't like made another piece over here, we're definitely thinking about it, because that's the other option for this son of a gun, is I could decoupage something on, and then it gets this nice sturdy, fairly grippy like glue coat on it, and it stays about as easy to handle, I think. But I could put whatever I wanted here. So I do have those big boxes of comics that a friend of mine sent me that are all like beat up and old. You know, yellowed pages. They've all got like huge spine bends. They're curved worse than this piece of cardboard is, and this piece of cardboard, let me tell you, pretty curved. But I could take those and chop them up with, you know, no remorse, basically, because they're not worth anything. Maybe there's some Fantastic Four stuff. I think there's at least one Fantastic Four book in all that stuff. So I could get that out and decoupage this thing with that. Or I could like print off this cover right here or something and emblazon the side. And maybe this Icons 1 of 4 thing would look pretty good along the spine. I don't know. Kind of weighing my options, seeing what I want to do, and trying not to take things too seriously. You all have a great day. And if you're working on any cool crafty projects, let me know, because that kind of stuff is cool and a lot of fun. And I think the more fun little craft projects people are working on out there in the world, the better we all are. Bye-bye.